Today, I want to tell you a God story, my God story. So, most of you know, I've been to prison. I've been to prison twice. The second time I was in prison, I was actually chosen to be in the very first cohort ever of a reentry program called STRIVE, STRIVE, Strength through Restoration, Independence, Vision, and Empowerment. The whole goal of STRIVE is to have people employed before leaving prison. Great concept. I learned so many tools, helped so many people in that program as well. Not only myself, but helped others. Most people, when you finish STRIVE, you're released from prison immediately and you go on to your job or whatever it is that you were going to do whenever you left prison. Me, however, I had to stick around for a month because of my discharge date. Well, within that month, STRIVE used me as a tutor, a mentor, a teacher's aide for the next cohort of STRIVE that came up. There was one woman that I was her help, basically. She had been in prison for 40 years. Not 4, but 40 years, and was about to get out. She was petrified. She had never seen a smartphone. She had never seen a computer. She hadn't even seen TVs other than what was placed in prisons. You know, we've got smart TVs now. That was completely foreign to her, and she was scared. She didn't know how she was going to get a job. She didn't know what she was going to do. She was basically my personal student. I helped her create a resume. I helped her learn how to type. I helped her learn how to use a smartphone. And from that moment on, I knew what my purpose and my passion from God was: to help other people find employment. Now, I'm going to fast forward because I know I can only speak for 10 minutes on LinkedIn. So I get out of prison and I know that I'm supposed to help people get back into the workforce coming out of prison. How that was going to happen, I don't know, but God is a mighty God. I actually worked for a fast food restaurant for about 9 months, making minimum wage. Very difficult. My charges, no one was trying to hire me. I've got aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and theft. Nobody was trying to hire me until I found Cornbread Hustle. Cornbread Hustle literally helped God change my life. I was actually going to go to work in a warehouse for Cornbread Hustle. They were staffing for a place, and I applied and was going to go to work. But me being me, wanted more. And I reached out to the office manager and said, hey, I'm about to start this job at this warehouse, but I'm just really wondering, do you have anything else that I can do? Conversation rocked along. We got along great. Started telling her about my past. Told her I had aggravated charges. Are aggravated charges going to keep me from working for you? And she said, absolutely not. It's actually the opposite. We need you to have a criminal record to be able to recruit for Cornbread Hustle. Well, the rest is history. That's how God works. Here I am working for Cornbread Hustle, helping people coming directly from prison and jail get jobs. Isn't that amazing? Isn't God great? Now, I'm not gonna tell you that living your dream or working your purpose or doing what you're passionate about doesn't have its disappointments, because it absolutely does. One thing that I face every single day helping these people is, man, our pipeline is over 20,000 people who are ready to go to work, who just need a chance. So my challenge, my struggle is there's not enough jobs to place all these people in. Like literally, I've got people who have been recruited, vetted, drug tested, background ran, and they just want to work. They just want to work. They don't want to have to go back to whatever it was that put them in prison to begin with. They don't want to live off you and your tax money. They don't want to have to get food stamps. They want to work. Now, is the opportunity there? Not really. The demand for what Cornbread Hustle does in DFW is so big that I don't have enough jobs to place these people at. That to me is very disappointing, because I'll get this guy in my office. He's been out of prison for 2 months, can't find work. He's trying to do the right thing, trying to just make some money, earn a living, earn his keep, and become what God has called him to be. And I don't have anywhere to put him. So I'm just reaching out to some of you employers who may be struggling with finding labor, finding talent. Just remember, I've got people ready to go who want to work. They just need a chance from you. They just want opportunity, literally work opportunity. I hope this blessed somebody, and I hope that this may have opened some minds, and maybe we'll get some phone calls of somebody who's ready to hire some second chance people. And guys, I know it's scary thinking about putting somebody into a position who has a criminal record, who's been to prison. Just remember that there are tons of those programs in prison, including our own. Cornbread Hustle even has a program running in prisons now, the 12-week starting over course, that helps people leave that criminal mindset behind and start functioning as a human being, to strive to be all that they can be.